Try before we die, everybody. Welcome back to our whiskey review show where we don't know what we're drinking, but we'll tell you what we're thinking. I'm here with my good buddy Mal.
That's good.
Mal, with your Solomon.
Solomon.
Isn't that, he was like a character in a book or wrote a book, right?
Yeah.
And our old friend, and there's debate as to how long we know each other, but decades at this point for sure. Felix from the paintball team.
1990.
Right? Yep. We certainly played paintball in Texas with Felix. But I just want to take a second, everybody, and just thank all of y'all who've taken a moment and subscribed to the YouTube channel. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, it would be super helpful if you just give us that thumbs up, hit the button. Thank you so much.
Well played.
Yeah. So it's a regular episode.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I keep wondering every time.
Did you have a frontal lobotomy?
No. But
because there's not a bottle in front of me.
I see that.
So it's not a bonus.
But I see there was something over there with a boat in a bottle, and I'm like, I wonder
pay
what
no
this
attention to the boat in the bottle. Will you press the button?
How do we make this magic happen?
Will you press the button?
Let's
see. What are we getting? Where am I going? Am I reaching right here?
Oh, we'll be reaching right there.
Yeah. Come on. Low number.
73.
It's just right here. 73. So it's right here. I'm just going to step up and grab bottle 73. We know, everybody, 75. Number 1 all the way down to 75, 75, 74, 73. Mal, we're in the corner of the field.
Auchentoshan. Auchentoshan.
Not Oshkosh Bagosh.
No. Auchentoshan.
Auchentoshan, which means in the corner of the field. This is a Lowland single malt Scotch whiskey. This looks to be their American Oak, bottled at 40%. This is some of their old labeling. I'm not sure if this is still available, though if I was going to hazard a guess, I absolutely do believe you can still get this bottling. So, Felix, there are a number of regions of distillation in Scotland. 6, Highland, Lowland, Speyside, Islands, Islay, and Campbellton.
I thought it was Isla.
Islay.
Isla.
Yeah. Spelled
S
Islay. Very good. Thank you, Malcolm. Okay.
What language is that?
Auchentoshan. I guess I would go with Gaelic.
Gaelic.
Yeah. As we know, we open these bottles. Mal's favorite part is the cork pull. Let's get it right underneath. Deep and tinny.
Oh, lively.
Resounding.
There he is with his Shakespearean background.
Let's get it breathing. I do love that first pour in the gurgle, as we all know, everybody. The Auchentoshan American Oak. I don't think this is an age statement. Let's see what they say. Get this capped. Thank you, Mel. Vanilla and coconut with clean citrus zest from first fill bourbon casks. So this is reminiscent of a glass we've had in the past in terms of its description. But remember, a distillery description is just what they experienced. It's not a requirement for what we experience. The Auchentoshan American Oak. No age statement, 40% ABV. Now, while this is breathing, Malcolm, Felix, I know that I have spoken to both of you about how I prefer a toast to happen. And so this is a drink that I have, and I prefer this. Correct. To hit at the bell. Why do you think I like that?
I'm going to go back with my resounding. It gives more depth to it.
Right, because it traps the sound here and releases it, right? But there is another reason. Let's take a look at that tip of this glass. Right here.
It's chipped.
It's chipped.
Yes, it is.
Right. So when you talk about a thin glass, right, and Glencairns are relatively thin, and if you make your clink at the top, you are running a greater risk of damage.
Oh.
And this is evidence of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not only do you have a cleaner sound, a nice bell,
You protect the glass.
you're protecting your investment of glassware.
Oh.
So you toast at the bottom.
Look at that. You learn something new every day.
Well, you do. But no, again, nobody's above learning something new, right?
Correct.
Right.
I started doing it because I didn't want to get, like when my wife has a margarita with salt on the rim, I didn't want that salt hitting what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
And then I've taken the salt in with what I'm drinking, which is not a margarita.
No, all right.
Right. So while this finishes breathing, I may have this wrong, but the idea of the dunk toast with any substance, do you know what that goes back to?
God, I wish I knew remembered. Celebrating life, yes.
Mm-hmm. So there's an idea, and I may be wrong, but that when you were sitting with enemies at the feast and sorting out a peace circumstance or working out a bargain or a negotiation, you know, back in the day, and I mean like 1,000+ years ago, and you would boom. The idea was to spill some of your drink into each other's drink in case whoever was providing the beverage
Had poison.
was poisoning you.
Yes.
Yes. So there's a pragmatic reason for the toast, and it's evolved into today's touch of the glass.
Can't help myself. I got to throw in the handshake. Napoleon invented the handshake because they said, don't go meet with him. He's got a knife right up there. And he goes, no problem. I'll shake it out.
Right. Now, is
Same
that
game.
the Roman like
No,
this?
no.
That just the handshake?
The handshake.
And
that
I'll
we-
be able to sort of feel the wrist.
No, to
I'll
shake it.
shake the
Shake
knife
it.
out
I'll
of it.
shake the knife out.
That's
Nice.
how the handshake was invented.
Yeah. You ever heard of a shake weight?
Oh, that? Oh, you made me do it again.
All right. So the Auchentoshan, the American oak, no age statement, vanilla, coconut, citrus zest, first fill bourbon, 40% ABV. We know this is a Lowland, which is the part of Scotland, Felix, closest to England.
Yes.
Right. What's the line? What separates Scotland and England? Do I have this wrong? Is there a?
I don't
Is there
know.
a
In
wall?
America,
Is there a wall?
Yeah.
What's that wall?
What's his name? Hayden's?
Hey.
Hadrian's Wall.
Yes. Very good.
Yes.
Very
Thank you
good.
for helping me. In America, it's called the Manson-Nixon line.
Yes. So Auchentoshan stands alone. Born in 1823, we are Scotland's only remaining distillery to insist on triple distilling every drop. Now, when labels are printed, it doesn't mean that situations don't change. But when this label was printed, the only distillery insisting on triple distilled every drop. Auchentoshan American Oak ages gracefully in first fill North American bourbon casks. The result, a smooth and complex single malt Scotch whiskey with notes of white peach and smooth vanilla cream. Now, that's more appealing to me than the coconut element. So we'll see. Do we find white peach, smooth vanilla
Have
cream?
you ever had a white peach?
I have. I am a fresh fruit eater,
Does it taste like peach?
which makes me a little fruity.
Does it taste like a peach?
White peach?
Yeah.
A white peach is a little bit more of a solid peach. Whereas a yellow peach, right, is that really fragrant, the peach that you're super familiar
Yeah.
with.
Yes.
Right, so a white peach is a little bit less of that. It's a little bit more subdued.
Okay.
Right, so I don't know if this will make sense to you, but it may make sense to you. So a red tuna versus a white tuna.
Yes.
Right. So that red tuna carries all the flavor you're so familiar with, whereas a white tuna is a much more subdued version of that.
Or then you go bluefin, which is even more red.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So a white peach would be sort of that
The whole
concept.
other spectrum.
Yes. Okay. So color. Whoever has something first, feel free to jump in. I'll do the same if I get there before you.
Kind of amber herd looking.
Yeah. So sort of like an amber maple syrup, a light amber.
A light amber.
A light amber.
Light amber, yes.
Right. This is sort of, for me, this would be a medium gold, a light gold,
Yeah.
between light and medium gold.
See, it's darker when you hold it up to the salmon.
Yeah. It's salmon.
Solomon.
All right. So I feel like we're in relative agreement in between this light and medium gold.
Yes.
Okay. Nosing.
Somebody recently taught me you should do it through the mouth. I've never heard that before. It's a bigger hit.
But so that's an interesting idea because a lot of taste, a lot of aroma does come through the mouth, right? If I have this right, I think it's in that 80+%. But I've never considered it in terms of having a nosing through the mouth. Picking up on anything?
You pick up that vanilla.
That's classic bourbon cask.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm really looking for, oh, maybe there is that white peach. Very subtle.
I got a weird word. Autumn. Leaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I could give you that.
Isn't that weird?
So you're sort of going in this idea of petrichor, right? Which is the fresh rain smell, but you're taking it into a different part of atmosphere. So petrichor is like what the earth smells like after the rain has fallen, right?
Okay.
And so you're bringing us to this idea of what does autumn smell like?
Leaves.
Leaves falling,
Yeah.
decaying.
Yes.
Right. And that's not a criticism. That's not a
No.
bad idea.
Oh, I love that smell. I love the smell of autumn.
Many people will report fall or autumn as one of their
That's
favorite
Favorite
seasons.
seasons. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. It's crisp. It's clean.
Yes.
Right.
You got vanilla?
I got vanilla. That you can
I
definitely.
do have a hint of that white peach. Just had to stop myself from going right to a taste because I'm so curious to see what this tastes like. So we have this light to medium gold. We have this fall, this vanilla, this crisp, clean liquor. 40% the minimum ABV. This Lowland. Lowlands, by the way, traditionally would be the lightest, the most fragrant, and the most floral of Scotch whiskeys in terms of traditional regional production.
Where are you getting the American cask? How's that affecting you?
Again, so that's where Malcolm's bringing in the bourbon, the vanilla, right?
And you can make out the coconut.
Really?
Yeah.
Not there.
Just
Not
before,
there.
just before,
Yeah.
on your initial when you start to breathe it in,
All
it's
right.
just right there.
Well, why don't we just get after it and have a taste of this Auchentoshan American Oak, no age statement, Lowland single malt Scotch whiskey bottled at 40%. The citrus zest arrived.
Yes. Oh my God.
Right?
Oh.
The zest. Right? And zest for me would be almost like sometimes the peel is shaved.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Right?
It's not the inside; it's the outside of the
Yeah.
citrus.
Yeah. It's there. That's an interesting experience.
Well, I hate to say this on camera. I'm never going home.
we have sorted out that there is a decade worth of time to do in this bar.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Now
That zest is right.
it ends somewhere below the throat into the chest, but not deep into the chest.
Right about here.
Yeah, I'm a little deeper than that, but we're in the neighborhood for sure. You might be address number 3. I'm address number 9. We're a few houses down, but certainly not to 361 down to the belly.
And almost some sort of nutty.
Right. I'm definitely not picking up any of the peach.
No.
I do have that citrus zest, almost as a what would you say, like Felix? Are we thinking
Vanilla zest.
a lime, an orange? What is this citrus zest?
That is orange. I just splashed it around and it came out orange.
All right, that makes a lot of sense to me. Though we don't have an example on the bar, we've often paired these bourbon casks with an orange-infused chocolate and have found it marries so well.
Really?
Yeah. And we do have some in the bar, but not on the bar, and so I'm not going to run and get it. But Mal, I think, has brought up something that will go well with what's on the bar. Is I do have some cashews. And so you noted something nutty.
Yes.
Right. So I'm wondering if we think about this citrus zest, Felix is going orange. I'm not in disagreement. The zest is so there, and I think that's the contributing factor to the finish, right?
And that's weird because I don't pick that zest up as much as you guys are.
Yeah.
I just don't have that.
So what's the dominant flavor?
It's that. It really is that oak bourbon finish. That's what I seem to be getting through my mouthful.
So you're picking up some of this woody.
Correct.
Right. And again, this woody should go well with this nutty.
Correct.
Right. Gotta love live camera shots. But it's true, everybody. I'm actually torn between this 2-year aged Australian cheddar and this whole cashew. We do have some blackberries here. I'm not leaning towards the blackberry at all. What are you thinking, Felix, is a good pair for this? The 2-year aged cheddar? Are you thinking the whole cashew?
I'm taking the nut.
The
just
nut.
to be different from him.
Just to be different from him.
No, because
I actually thought the cheese would be good with this,
Yeah.
but I want to throw this into the hat.
Yeah, I feel like it's a win-win. I think this is the risk.
Yes.
Since you guys are here with what's in front of you, I will try the berry just to see if it matches at all with the zest.
Okay.
Right? And as we know, I'm more than willing to be honest with, I probably won't do that again. All right. Well, grab your accoutrement and have a taste. We often let it degrade in our mouth, and then we add some whiskey. That's a nice berry. It's tart. It's got some good structure to it.
That's probably the best cheese I've ever had.
I love this cheese.
That's probably...
Too contradictory. This is so tart, so structural, so fibrous that it really doesn't work with this whiskey.
You won.
But I don't regret now knowing this.
I regret. Love the cheese. Not a good... You probably won,
Yes.
right?
So tell us.
So this sort of just helped just wrap this product up.
Yeah.
It's sort of, I still don't have that zest. I still don't have it like
Yeah.
you guys do. I'm having a very hard time. But what it did do is actually just pronounce and punctuate that oak, that bourbon, that woody feel. And I think it actually made it even more of a pleasant drink than it already is.
Yes.
That's a marriage.
Yeah.
That is a marriage.
That is... Alone, this is great cheese.
Agreed.
Maybe-
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not cheesy yet.
Wow.
But
What
thi-
a mix.
And I know this cheese to be so
And
present.
there it is
in its
again, and I
own.
still got peanut in my mouth. Oh my God,
Right.
cashew.
Cashew, right. The cashew and the whiskey just marry. This tart berry is just, they're not even in the same state, never mind
Try
neighborhood.
that.
This would be certainly in the same state, and it's fine, but I can already, being so familiar with this cheese, know that it will not best this cashew in terms of matching with this whiskey.
Oh, man.
But I am going to double check.
I have to double check as well, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the cashew just gives it more. It makes it a little bit more
Yeah.
robust. It makes it a little bit more like, okay.
It kind of pops in your
makes
mouth.
it pop.
Like pops.
So bring us to a place, Mal. The Auchentoshan means what?
In the corner of the field,
Of the field. And where have we placed the bottle of Auchentoshan?
on the corner of the bar.
On the corner of the bar. Yes. We're in agreement. It's the cashew. I know I don't have to have the cheese experience to know the cashew is the winner. Wow. This is where would you drink this? Time of day or event?
5 to 6 p.m. before going out to dinner. This would be a great pregame.
This would be easy with a little snack.
Yeah.
Right.
Before the event.
Right. If we were in a circumstance where somebody had a tray with some little, some cashews, hopefully, right? But this fits. It's light, it's crisp, it's clean, and it's woody, and it goes well with the nutty.
And then we go out on the town.
Yep. All right.
We enjoyed
Well, a resounding.
Yep.
That's not so bad.
it. No.
Yeah. Let's see what the crew has prepared for us as we sign off today on Try Before We Die. I'll take it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. I would rather be with the people in this room than the finest people I know.
Ouch.
Meaning you're more fun than those proper clods. Right, we did an independent bottling, a signatory release too. It is Lowland, to my knowledge, is the region with the smallest representation of distilleries. Right, many closed. I think Glen Kinchy is a Lowland. It really has shown up, and in fact, if you do see on the bottle, there are 3 representation of the stills. So they are really proud of their triple distillation. But it is so clean, and the triple distillation would contribute to that cleanness. Right? They take the dirty liquor and they clean it. They take the less dirty liquor and they clean it again.
There it is.
Right. It's
Clean.
It's the finest of the spirits to the top of the still.
Yeah, no, it's...
Here
no,
I go
they
with that cheese.
Always reckon remarkable.
Now, what do you think of
they
that? Did you do it?
Mm-hmm. So it's fine, but the sharpness of the cheddar really
Subdues.
it conflicts.
I think it subdues it.
See, it brought out sharpness in the whiskey that isn't there.
With a bearded man and a British guy.